Hello Pisces, hello Cancer, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, my fellow water signs? I am two fishes in my moon sign. So thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. Thank you so much for the ways that you've been loving on me, the ways that you have been in the comments and booking appointments and all of that stuff. Thank you so much for just loving on me the way you do. I appreciate getting to know you in the comments. All right, so we're just going to throw around some oracles here, then we're going to throw some tarot at it and find out what we come up with. I'm going to read for Pisces first. Cancer, if you wouldn't mind scooting along, I'll see you in just a second. All right, Pisces, here we go. What's going on here? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are a cross watcher, thanks for doing that. If you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Look in the description. Everything you need is there. All right, here we go for Pisces. One card for Pisces, please. All right, you gave me two. So, patience and community. Interesting. I want to say that your community is currently in transformation. Charlie just showed me a old beat up fence with a lot of overgrown grass, and it said out of service. I feel like the Pisces that I'm connecting to, I want to say be patient with your community. And I think what we're referring to is your love tribe or your soul tribe. I want to say that you were probably the first person in your tribe to level up or to be aware or to come to an awareness. And in doing that, it may have separated you from the flock, right? From your group of people. I think you're flying on your own. I also feel like, I want to say because the butterflies are here and the rainbows, I want to say that your community, your love tribe, your family, whoever the closest people are around you, they're under construction. And you know why? Because if you were the first to level up and split off, you've woken people. You've shook them up. You shook them up and they're wondering where Pisces is. Well, Pisces is off and being happy. Yes, you're in your fulfillment. You're staying in your lane, doing your thing, not bugging people around you. And if people don't connect with you, you don't connect with those people. But I think that you're in an energy right now, Pisces, of you stopped watering the plants to see which ones die. Because if you've been the one who's only been doing the watering, and when you left it up to someone else, everything died, right? So I feel like you are supposed to have patience with your community. Because I feel that they are in transformation. I feel like you have shared awareness with some people. And I feel like now you got to be patient. Got to fly on your own for a little bit. Look at that courage. You got to have the courage to do that, my friend. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah. You know, when you become the person who ends up waking other people up, it's like you lose them for a time, right? Because they have to go on their own path and find their own way. And sometimes the courage is that you want to face fear with confidence. And that's the fear of, right? The awareness, the purple, the violet, that is the third eye. Courage to see things for what they are and face even the scary parts. But gaining confidence through all of it. Imagination. I embrace and nurse the creative aspect of my mind. You know what? I was just going to say that in your patience, it might be good to include these people in your manifestations. If you want them back, if you want this group of people back, include them in your manifestations. And I'm going to say that, the Olympic athletes spend as much time visualizing winning as they do actually working out their instruments, their bodies. And it could be argued that the vision that they have of winning is probably a really super important part of whether they win or lose. If you know it is and you act like it is and you can see it happening, there's no way it's not going to be. So I want to say that even though there's fear, just walk through it. Because I think that right now your at a time where you're spending a lot of time by yourself. I want to say you're in between worlds. And I'm saying that because I picked up the Wisdom of the Oracle, and there is a card in here called Between Worlds. But you know what? Let's just deal a card and see what comes out first, and then I'll show you the Between Worlds card. And that was the first thing that Charlie let me see. Hang on a second here. Tell me about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. We've got Observer. Okay, so it feels like almost like you're watching people. You're on the outside looking in, and you're watching people. And you're trying to be flexible, I think, in watching them do what they're doing. It feels like you're separate from them right now, but I also feel like you're separate from them, but you're watching them grow from a distance. So that tells me that maybe you're off doing your own thing right now and just letting them be who they are, which I think is fabulous. All right, so we have Flexible and Observer. Yeah, I think that you are watching people. You're waiting, like the Flexible card is card number 19, and 1 and 9 is 10, breaks down to a 1, which is a new beginning. I think you're waiting for them to wake up or hoping for it, I think. Yeah, because I think you want balance back with them again. We've got card number 49. It's a 13, breaks down to a 4. So I think you just need some stability again as it pertains to this community. I want to say it's kind of beautiful that you've caused the instability in your community. I really do feel that whatever it is that you ascended through, these people realized it happened, and it woke them up. Meditate and contemplate. You keep at it. Don't let up for a second. We've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. There we are. So I want to say, if you are the one that's missing your soul tribe, I feel like something is going to transpire in the week ahead. It says the end of a tough cycle approaches here, and I feel like that tough cycle, it says Capricorn. You could be Capricorn, or maybe one of your people does. We also have Pisces here. You showed up here, meditate and contemplate. I want to say that keep doing this, because the end of this cycle is near. It almost feels like there is going to be, like it's been a time that you've been away from these people, because I feel like they're finding their way or finding out the things that you know. That's what I think. But it's really hard. It's a hard place to be, because we can't force people on their path, right? And we shouldn't. We should let them be who they're going to be and carry on being alone and doing things alone if we have to. I think you've broken away from this community. When we see things through people, we see them through eyes that we have that are brand new, through the third eye, the violet, right, is the third eye chakra. And when we start to see things, we have to be courageous and flexible. If we, it's a hard time. We don't want to lose those people, but we're still figuring out, are they still in my vibration or not? Strength, the Moon, 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, strength, I feel. I do feel that that you're doing something on your own. You're on your own path, and I feel as though that it almost feels like, because you broke away from the pack, this is what transformed the community. It forced them to look at themselves. You could be dealing with someone who is a Leo. We have Pisces and Cancer here. We have Pisces here. We have Capricorn on the bottom of the deck. The Moon energy is here. So it says courage. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I want to say that the scariest place might be inside of you. I'm just saying. The Moon is here, indicating that you really can't see everything. It's like you're in a room and it's dark in there, and there's just one little light above your head here. And it feels like it's very dimly lit, and you really can't see what's going on, like you pulled away from this group or this family and you can't see what's going on. You're just trying to find the courage to face your fears alone and with confidence. And I think that in doing that, it looks like this flexibility is here. 7 of Wands tells me that there still is some defensive energy. Defensive energy as you learn how to be flexible, as you watch people sort of, I want to say sort of stumble from a distance. Pisces, I feel like you are someone who is just always wanting to help and fix things and heal. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, it's a very fine line between helping and enabling, right? I think you know that. I think you're just supposed to stay in your meditative and contemplative state and remain flexible. I feel like things come together in the end. We have some new happenings here. Let's clarify a little bit. We've got the 6 of Wands. Yeah, there will be victory. Look, it feels like you're still holding on to the soul tribe or the person. Take it as it resonates. I'm feeling a tribe, but your person could live in a community that's far from you. Maybe you've got to fly to see them, right? The patience card is here. Maybe it's taking time for that to happen. And it's hard. It's hard holding ground, waiting and hoping. You're thinking, how much longer am I going to wait before I see this person? But you got to be flexible because it feels like somebody here is waking up, and it's your response. Like you're the one that's responsible for waking them. 6 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Devil and the 7 of Swords. Interesting. 10 of Pentacles. The Devil and the 7 of Swords is telling me that I really do feel like there's information that I can't see that could potentially hurt me. 4 of Pentacles. You never, okay. So it does feel like you did see these people as toxic. I feel like, you know what, okay, look, I'm not saying that your people that you had were toxic, but the truth is we get to a point in our healing, and you already know that if you've already been there, where you actually take a look at yourself, and in taking a look at yourself, you're forced to take a look at your surroundings. And once you begin to heal, you heal out of the vibration of some people, and it's hard to communicate with them after. If they're in the energy of the devil, if they're codependent and complaining and drinking a lot and partying a lot, it feels like it's not for you anymore. Victory in the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is also being shut down, not sharing, not being vulnerable. It's like you're just going to allow them to do what they're going to do, and you're just going to stay detached from them for now, because I think that this group, it doesn't seem like one person. For some of you, we could be talking about relationship stuff, but it feels strongly that there is this group that you really miss, that you've pulled away from, or that is pulled away from you. Oh yeah, I'll clarify. So if this is the energy that I was talking about before, if you do live at a distance, you have to fly to see somebody, you have to fly to their community, maybe it's something you've never done before, and it might be a little bit fearful for you to do that, but I think you're supposed to be strong, and I know you don't know what's coming up, but I think that I feel as though you're ready to be flexible because you've observed long enough. Like, I think it's somebody that maybe you know that lives, it could be an hour away from you, but it could be across the world, that maybe you've observed them enough that you feel as though you can be flexible. I think the energy of getting answers is right here. As long as you keep meditating and contemplating on love, you will find your answers. Right. We have the 2 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 10 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Look, it feels like every reading I've done today has had the Wheel of Fortune pop out. We're in a time of change. A lot of us are in a time of really, really deep change. And if you're a fixed sign, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo, it's going to be especially hard for you. If you've got dealing with that person or got any of that energy in you, it's going to be particularly hard to change. Because although, Pisces is quite flexible, if you're a fixed sign, that might pose a problem, right? Waiting too long. Like Pisces likes to think it through and goes with their gut and knows they have the answer, they have a knowing, but you could also be fearful of change. And so that might be stopping you from the future. But let's take a look here. So I want to say you had to take another path. The Two of Wands is here. You had to make a choice to do what puts a fire in your heart. You had to make the choice to do that because I feel like if it is this community that you've pulled away from, you realize the vibration just wasn't there. You were trying to be strong and hanging around, but I want to say that you came out from behind the fear wall and you started learning about yourself, but they stayed there. And so that's what's created the distance and made you have patience. I want to say that only some of them are going to have the courage to really look deep. And the thing is once you go through all the terrible times in your head and, the awakening's not fun, it's terrible. And, you do all the hard work and then, you have people that are in this community that you left behind and they're trying to pull you back while you're trying to heal. I feel like you worry that you're not being flexible enough, that people will see you as mean or rude. You're worried about, as you watch them from a distance, you want to help, but you know that you can't. You're not a lifeguard, and if you jump in, they could drown you. Like you're just trying to do the best you can to be happy. Like you're holding ground on your happiness here. Seven of Wands is I'm holding my ground. I'm worried about you, but I'm holding my ground on being happy. Because I deserve it. Because I'm the one that's doing all the hard work, meditating every day, contemplating things. Maybe you're journaling. Maybe your contemplation is like you're just working it out with you or working it out in your gut, Pisces energy. I feel like things are about to change for you. So I feel like for those of you looking at this as a love relationship thing, for some of you, I feel like you've been dealing with this for a while and your eye hasn't really been on love. But for some of you, this could say that through this meditation and contemplation that love is coming for you because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And I feel like it's destiny that you do find brand new love for some of you. It will be a 10 of Cups love. And it's because you never gave up holding your ground for happiness that you're going to be rewarded with that. I want to tell you that you've done your part with your community, and I see butterflies and rainbows there on that card, and I do believe that they're going to make it out. Do you know what I mean? They're going to work it out. They're going to figure it out, but you just may not hear from them for a while. I think the universe is sending you on your own adventure, Pisces. Yeah. I think you've got your own adventure coming up, and I feel like it's an adventure that is away from this group, but understand they are all working out their stuff because now they've been shaken awake and now they see things like everybody else. You feel like you're behind and you gotta clean it up, right? So the challenge for the week ahead is being in your head. The Eight of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. You're in your head and you're worrying. I feel like you really miss this group of people. You're in your head and you're worrying. For those of you who are dealing with someone who's living at a distance, like a far distance, or just maybe not even far, maybe you just don't have a car and they live an hour away, you know what I mean? I want to say that this person is someone I feel is the Ace of Cups. It feels like an Ace of Cups situation where things are about to get really good, Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you're really happy and that's why you're calling this in. Like all this beautiful energy is coming for you now. It is destiny and it's fated for sure. But if you have any of these energies that are fixed, for sure Taurus. If you have Taurus, that Jupiter, which is the planet of the Wheel of Fortune, is in your sign right now. So you could be having energy that's Taurus, or maybe your person is a Taurus. I don't know. But things are about to pick up. Things are about to look really great here. What's in the moon energy? What do you have to have the courage for? Taking action. Taking action to victory. And for some of you, all that is communication. All you got to do is hit the slide and say hello on the phone or answer the text. And I feel that's the action taking. I'm not saying go off and chase anybody, especially if you're the Empress. But if you want to chase and you're not the Empress, then, I mean, go for it. But the King of Wands shows up, and to me that's always action, especially when it's next to the Six of Wands. It's like, I need to take action for victory. So the courage part here is, regardless of which scenario you're in, the friends scenario or the lover scenario, I feel like there is going to be, in this moon energy, you'll have victory over that. Whatever has been putting you up in your head, whatever the fear is, whatever you've been telling yourself, I think you're learning to trust your gut. And I feel like the only thing you're really going to have to do is either send the phone call, hit send, or you're just going to have to slide and answer it. So one of the two. I feel like what the victory is that you're getting here is that after getting out of the moon energy here, you realize that you want to communicate with someone who has been lovingly holding their ground. Could be you, could be another person. Who's the Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups is someone who, for some of you, had disconnected from you and stood their ground. The King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I'm going to say for the majority of you, I think it's new love and new lovely things that are coming. I think for others of you, you're moving forward, but understand, I feel like your person is someone who you already know that pulled away from you. And because you stood your ground for happiness, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune comes back, maybe brings them back around to you or brings you back to them. But there's some changes that's going on in this connection. If it was someone that you disconnected from, someone you already know and that you're standing your ground on. Could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I feel like this is going to work out fine because it's now the time to work it out. It's now the time to be happy. And I think it's because you've done all this work. Bravo to you. We've got the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck with Death. I like it. No more regrets. No more regrets. I'm not going to feel regretful anymore. I'm now going to look positively toward the Nine of Cups. That's what the transformation is. And I know that I have all the aces in my hand. I can do what I want. You sure can. I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Pisces, for coming here and watching. Hello, Cancer. Thanks for waiting for me here. I appreciate you. Here we are with these oracles. Let's take a look at them, Cancer. We're in shadow retrograde here. Gemini retrograde has already got my tongue. So, try that again. We're going to use an assortment of these cards, and we'll find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer energy, please. And if you're watching a Cancer, thank you. The tongue today. Okay, here we go. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This will always be for the week ahead whenever you find it. All right. Okay, well, that's not bad. Delight and purity, I'll take it. Absolutely. Bottom of the deck, we have fulfillment. Okay, in what? Fulfillment in solitude. Somebody is coming out of solitude. Either you have found your fulfillment in the solitude, or you are someone who is full. Like you've already filled yourself up in the solitude, and now it's time to come out. Come out and take action. Delight. It does look delightful. Just listening. Do you know what I think is that I feel as though you are someone who is completely pure of heart, I want to say. And I think you are a delight. But what I want to say is that it's almost hidden, that you don't show it enough, that you don't show how delightful you are. I feel like this bird is kind of hidden in the grass. There's a lot of flowers around this bird. You can see it if you really look for it, I think probably in the wild, but I have a feeling that it feels like you have this beautiful purity about you, that you're so dependable and you're all kind and loving and you feel things very deeply. And I feel as though you have to show your delight just a little bit more. I think you leave people wanting more of you, Cancer. It feels like you're super fun, or you're happy, but I feel like you just don't show those things on the surface. Actually, we're in the wrong order here. Let's do this. You don't actually show those things on the surface. Maybe you do sometimes, but I think that the most pure parts of yourself, you keep those hidden for special occasions. Like maybe you get married once in a lifetime. You know what I mean? I feel like you have this real soft, kind purity to you, feminine or masculine, and I feel like you keep that hidden under the delight. Maybe the delight is your rising sign. Maybe you are maybe you have a fire in your rising sign, and that's how people find you delightful. But maybe your sun is in Cancer and your purity runs deep. We have forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Interesting. Harboring resentment. Yeah, I'm going to say that it almost feels like, because delight is covering purity, it almost feels like your fun self is a cover. And I'm not saying that you're not that fun self. You probably are, but I'm saying that that's the first thing you show people. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Let's keep moving here. We've got balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay. So I feel as though you're bringing yourself into balance in the near future. You're going to forgive someone. It feels like this is healing maybe, and you're going to forgive someone. It feels like you're confident enough to do that now, and you weren't before. Maybe your third eye wasn't open and you weren't seeing things the way you were seeing things differently. Yeah. Not to say one was wrong and one was right, but you were seeing things differently. And I think that you maybe need to offer forgiveness to someone or tell someone you forgive them. I just think it's this beautiful purity that's underneath that wants to tell this person that you forgive them. Because I think you want the balance of it, right? Okay, you want a balance in this relationship. So whether it is platonic or romantic, I feel like you've stopped judging yourself, Cancer, and therefore you can stop judging others. It starts with us. Yeah, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I think that there's a relationship here that we're talking about. I feel as though you feel that you have to offer forgiveness or that you should receive forgiveness. But I think that you have to offer it because it says it's blocking your flow of love, right? Blocks the flow of love. So if you can't give forgiveness, I feel like that's what the block is. And you need the balance. So I think that you are going to, I'm just looking at the bottom of this deck too, I think you're going to fulfill it. Yeah, you're going to fulfill the balance because I feel like you need it and you're not getting it at this time. Delight. It just feels like delight is camouflage. Like it feels like it protects the purity. That you end up being really kind to each other, but it really is truly because deep down you really are kind and loving and forgiving. We have poised. Okay, I like it. Poised is ready to jump. I'm ready to do it. Yep, I'm just going to jump off the edge. Look how close she is to the edge in her little toe shoes. Yeah. This is card number 12, right? 8 and 4. 48 is 12. That is Piscean. You're using your gut. You've decided with confirmation from the universe, I feel. Your gut is feeling like you're poised to leap. It's time for you to make a leap towards some sort of partnership. So 4 and 8 is 12, and 1 and 2 is 3. It feels like a partnership. And because of the brown and the green, I think we're talking about like the pentacle, 3 of Pentacles is what I'm feeling here. That, you know, we're just poised to jump off the edge and see if it's going to work. But I feel like there has to be forgiveness first, because I feel like you may have blocked the flow of love. Before you came into this beautiful purity energy that you're now allowing people to see on the surface, I think it's going to show up as delight. They're going to see you as being very happy. But I think it's because you have unblocked your flow of love. Yeah. You've got the yang. You could be the masculine. This could be you. You could be the one who's pushing towards someone, but this could also be someone who's pushing toward you if you're the yin, who is the feminine. Someone here is coming to the edge and poised. Look, that's kind of the same thing, right? Coming to the edge, you can see that they're very much close to the same kind of idea. It's all about deciding to push forward or deciding to receive when the push comes. So, because it's yin and yang, and yin is, where did I put that card now? Yin is the one that's waiting for the yang to push in. There it is, sorry. I put it back in, I got all excited because it's beautiful energy. Okay, let's take a look here. Might as well use the Moonology. It's not like we're getting out of the moon energy this August. Not happening. Yeah. We just had a new moon. Now the full moon's on us, 29th or the 30th, depending what part of the world you live in. Lots of changes going on this year. All right. Sorry, not this year, this month is what I meant to say. All right, here we go. Cancer. We have a new start is coming. It looks like exactly that. Yeah, it does. It feels like someone has decided that they're going to be happy, and in that has decided they're going to forgive somebody. And in that, they stop blowing the flow of love. And that's why this card is here. Yeah. And the new moon was just yesterday. So I feel like for some of you, you were poised to jump yesterday. And I think that this being a reading for the week ahead, I feel like a new start is coming. And it's going to be up to you. Absolutely going to be up to you. You're either the one pushing in or the one receiving. We have bring love into the situation. There it is. Because you have unblocked, right? You've unblocked it. Yeah, you unblocked it. The heart chakra. You're poised. Yeah, green is the heart chakra. Okay, let's look at some tarot for you. Tell me about Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you're interested in getting in on a private reading, please look in the description. All the information you need is there. All right, here we go. Tell me about Cancer. Oh, that's kind of an uneven shuffle. One more. All right. Tell me about Cancer, please. In the week ahead, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Lovers in reverse. Interesting energy here. We've got the Ten of Wands. The forgiveness is the unburdening. I love it. Cancer, bravo. Aw, that's so awesome. I love it. That is some growth right there. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, understood. The bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. Okay, so I get it. It feels like that there is someone that either you expect forgiveness from or that you're going to give forgiveness to. I'm leaning on the give forgiveness to. You're going to say, I'm sorry. Yeah. For whatever it was that happened here. The Lovers is in the reverse. And I think that under this purity is a place where you truly do want a soulmate. And I think that this inability to forgive has blocked you from that. But look, how beautiful is that? The Ten of Wands is the place where you just drop the burdens. I just want to tell you, just stop picking up flowers, okay? Stop picking up the burdens. I think you're supposed to know that. Steer away from the burdens. But I want to say that I really do feel like with purity, there may have been a healing here as well. I feel like you're a happier person. I feel as though you think that there is something that you've left behind here. The Lovers being in reverse is, for me, a question mark. It's like, was this person really my soulmate? I'm wondering, now that my heart's no longer blocked and I'm feeling unburdened, maybe I should go in. Maybe they'll be willing to work on it. Poised, ready to go, ready to jump off the edge you are. And the Eight of Pentacles here saying that you're really, you've worked on yourself and now you're ready to put the hard work into something. So the new start is coming. We have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, as you can see, nobody's getting in. Also, nobody's getting out, though. Be reminded of that. And the Four of Pentacles, to me, is like still not having that much trust in the universe. Because when you're holding on to so much, so tightly, which is the Four of Pentacles, you're showing the universe that you are not ready to receive any more than that. That you're scared that the universe is going to take away what's already been given. So it's about being closed off or closed down. I want to say that the new start is coming, but you're not ready for it. I feel that may be feeling a little bit different in the week ahead, maybe by the weekend, next weekend, but I'm going to say that you're not ready for it. You're still feeling a little closed off, feeling like this is going to hurt like hell. Hold on to yourself. This is going to hurt like hell. Sarah, I can't remember her name. One of you will remember. It's not Sarah Brightman, it's Sarah McLaughlin. That's it. All right. So I feel like that song might mean something for someone. It feels like you feel that if you come out from behind the fence, that it's going to hurt like hell. That's what that song is about, right? Someone falling in love and scared they're going to get hurt. But also if you're, it's also about something else, but we won't talk about that here. But depending on, it can be, depending what your perception is, well, you listen to the song, which is, I think, beautiful. But a new start is coming, tells me that when you're ready and able to be a little more vulnerable, that's when the new start is going to come. Because this is all going to start with you unburdening yourself by giving forgiveness to someone. Or either you're forgiving them or you're asking them to forgive you. Take it as it resonates. We've got the Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've got the Sun. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the Nine of Swords is telling me that you stay up sometimes thinking about this person and whether or not there is still anything to be salvaged of this connection. It feels really overwhelming. I think this connection was overwhelming as a whole because I'm not sure what the Lovers, because I'm getting so many different messages, and the Lovers is also telling me that maybe you doubted that there was ever soulmates, and for others of you that it made you feel overwhelmed that somebody would want to love you like a soulmate. Like it's the Seven of Cups. I have so many choices to make. Like maybe you were just dating and you weren't willing to settle down, and Seven of Cups I feel is like, but wait a second, that person back there, were they my soulmate? Yeah. So I do feel like there is an unburdening that comes with the forgiveness, whether it's being given or taken. We have the Eight of Swords. It's been silent between you. I feel like you're about to get someone's attention, I want to say. The Eight of Swords turns into the Eight of Pentacles, and I think that it's because you're poised. It feels like you go from overthinking, should I say sorry, to actually taking action in the 3D here and working on it. Being poised to jump, I think, and just express what's on your heart with the green energy that I see here, heart chakra color. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're not feeling as confident as you could that this thing is going to actually work. That maybe if you go in and offer someone an apology or receive their forgiveness, that there's just no way it could work. Maybe you're feeling not as confident as you could about whether this is really going to work, but you're going to jump at it. I think that it's too important for you not to. So the Nine of Pentacles coming up tells me that either you're not single, or maybe you're wondering if they are. The Nine of Pentacles is sort of an impact of your finances. It can be if you're someone who owns a business, you're an entrepreneur, but the energy I'm getting from it today is the confidence part. It's like you're not necessarily confident that this is going to work out, and so you don't go forward. You're not being very vulnerable. I'm going to say that the sun is in the distance, so you could be dealing with a Leo, but the sun is in the distance. I feel like you're going to get clarity on why you keep everybody out behind the fence, and I also feel like the sun is here to tell us that you're going to get this confidence in this new beginning. Yeah, it's going to work out fine. Tell me what the challenge is for the week ahead, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Closing old chapters in order to open new ones. So I feel like that there was a falling out, because it feels like forgiveness has to be given or received, or both. And we had a hard ending here. Somebody slammed the door shut, and it put you up in your head, Cancer, and you can't stop thinking about the ending. So the challenge the week ahead is that we've already ended this. This chapter is over. It's closed. We've got some hard energy here, though, right? We've got the fixed energies, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Those energies like to move really slow towards whatever it is that they want to accomplish. Don't ever put their back up against the wall and make them answer something important on the spot. That's not going to work out good for you or anybody. But I'm going to say that I feel like you probably have some of this energy here. But then again, the challenge for the week ahead is the World card. So the challenge is that the chapter's already closed. Can I reopen the chapter? I don't know that you're confident that you will in the week ahead. Poised is like you're ready to jump off the edge. You're going to reach out to somebody. It feels like your heart chakra is ready to, your heart chakra is open and you're ready, you're poised to jump. Yeah, it's going to be communication, I feel. I think that if you reach out, you are going to be victorious. The Seven of Wands is here. It feels like you are holding your ground on being poised. I'm going to do this regardless of what the outcome is. And I feel like you send the communication, probably a text or something, and I feel like you want someone to hear your side, or that you just want to fight for some clarity. You didn't have as much clarity as you needed at the time that whatever it was went down, but I feel you're going to get some victory coming out of it. Tell me why you're still so closed down here, though. I feel like you're going to open up because the sun is here, but I feel like it feels as though you don't have the confidence to do that right now. Yeah, it will transform. It will transform, and I feel that you'll find a softer way to use your words going forward. So it feels like the King of Cups is here. It feels like you've learned a lesson or grown as it pertains to your emotions. And I feel like now you understand that when you combine King of Cups energy, which is Scorpio, but also Pisces, Cancer in a general reading. But when you combine this Scorpio energy of being planned and being strategic and kind of being a bit of a hard ass and not letting people pass the line if you don't want them to go past the line, I feel like you found a kinder way to do that. Because you can still be Cancer. You can still be the hard ass in business, because Cancer really is. But I feel like you've also acquired some softer energies as well. Like Piscean energy, like making the words, even though you might not be able to come to an agreement, or we can't agree to disagree, I feel like you're going to learn to, or what maybe you've learned is maybe to use softer words. Yeah, because softer words will get you to the place you want to be quicker. It will end situations. It will disarm people. It will end situations that never were working out, like this Four of Pentacles. And it will allow you to open up your vocabulary, open up your heart. It's a transformational energy. So I feel like you're going to come to this in the week ahead. Don't panic if you're not there just yet. The new start is coming. What is the new start? The new start is a soulmate energy. Six of Cups is here. Someone you've known for a while, maybe a last life. Maybe you feel like you've known them forever. even if you've only known them a few years, but this is someone who is a soulmate, feels like a soulmate. Someone that you're thinking about over this new moon here. And we have the Nine of Wands. When you think about them, it makes you feel fearful but brave, I want to say. There we go. You need to speak, right? You need to find the bravery to be able to reach out and connect with this person on a high level basis, and just be very honest and truthful and soft with your words. I feel like this brings, look at those energies, right? Our conversation brings really lovely understanding and bright clarity at the end of it all. I think right now you're fearing that this chapter is already closed and that this person is not willing to talk about forgiveness. I don't think that that's the truth, though. I think you're telling that to yourself. Three of Swords tells me in the near future, that there could be some disappointments that you don't see coming. It feels like if you want anything to move forward here, it feels like you must take charge here. The King of Wands is the one who is taking inspired action. We have the Page of Pentacles. I think that taking inspired action to begin something in the 3D is what you're up to. The Wheel of Fortune's here and agrees with you. It's destiny, it's fated, it's time to do it. It's time to have that conversation. Ace of Swords. All right, I'm going to let it go for now. Thank you, Cancer, for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you so much. I'm going to go for now, and of course we'll be back because I always come back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.